Richard with Dent Masters in Arlington, Virginia here. I just got back from Mobile Tech Expo 2016 in Orlando, Florida. Bought a bunch of tools. Want to kind of show you what I bought, tell you why I bought them. So if you weren't there, you can kind of feel like you were there and maybe go get some of these new sweet tools. Kind of blew the budget just a little bit. I mean, I got into that function at exhibit hall and just went kind of crazy. Anyways, before going in, about 2 hours before the show, John Hiley released a Periscope video about this really cool tool from PDR Finesse. And they only had 5 of them at the show. So I made sure I was one of the first people to get in that door and the first person in the PDR Finesse booth. And the reason is this super cool tool right here. So this is kind of like a modified master tool for all you dent wizard guys. I'm not a wizard guy, so I've never used one, but this really intrigues me. So you've got this bent shape here, basically for beating down crowns on big damage work. It's got this leather handle that's really nice, thick, stiff leather. So the idea is when you're working on a crown, like a big flat crown, you use the leather side and just slowly work that crown down, a lot of surface area without making marks. Okay, now when that crown starts to tighten up, then you switch it over. You go to the metal on metal. You get this real nice polished metal face with just a ton of area to move metal fast without leaving dents. Normally when I'm knocking down a crown, I'll use a hammer similar to this. This is a ultra rubber tip. I'll kind of hit down the crown with that and then flip it over and use a flat titanium head. This one's from Dent Technology. But I mean, this is why I'm intrigued about this. Check out the difference in surface area. See, this is going to kind of leave little dents that you have to work on later, leave more mess to clean up. Where I think if you master this, the master tool, you can move a lot of metal and not create more work for later on the repair. So that was my first tool. This is $200, PDR Finesse. One added bonus, it's got a threaded hole here, so you can screw in another blending hammer head or maybe a small tip for refinement. So very cool tool. So while I was at PDR Finesse, got some other stuff. This thing, super sharp. I mean, you got to be careful of this thing. I mean, just really stout. I'm thinking I could use this. If you ever have to drill a hole in a door, go through there, just work out the metal. Maybe at the top of the door use this, but really refined, sharp tip, stiff tool. This thing's awesome. While I was there, PDR Finesse also got second set of the 226L. You've got 2 different sides, right side, left side. I've already got a set of these, but I wanted a second set. I've got a set of tools in my shop and then one in the truck. And this is the only set of tools that I don't have double of, so I figured why not get a double one so I don't have to transfer tools. But the cool thing about these is you really use them for doors, and because of that angle, you're going towards a door, you're kind of going more directly at the side of the door as opposed to if this was just a flat angle, you'd be kind of rubbing up against the door, whereas this point has more of an angle to get right exactly where you want it. And it's pretty sharp too. So stretch dents, refining, these tools are awesome. So that's the 226L from PDR Finesse. Both tools, $300 for the set. However, if you are in PDR Nation, they give you a 10% discount, so I saved a little money there. Here's another tool from PDR Finesse that I picked up. Super sharp shave tool. Probably can't see it on the camera, but this thing is sharp. The idea here is it's 2 tools in one. You've got the ratcheting handle, so I'm thinking indoors, like trying to get right up towards the front section of a door. Maybe if your whale tail is not stiff enough or not wide enough to work it, or maybe roof braces. you can go both ways. You can go right, you can go left, and just really stout. It's got a little bit of flexibility, but really stout tool, sharp tool. Really excited to use this one. All right, so my next stop was with Drew's Tools. He's kind of famous for his carbon hammers, and this is the latest one. Looks a little familiar. It's pretty similar to the Shane Jack's hammer. Similar look, but a couple different features. So he's got the same shape handle, but he's got this rubber insert. Makes it really comfy when you're working. Carbon fiber shaft here, so it's lightweight hammer. When I'm blending, I like a really lightweight hammer. I don't have the forearms like Shane Jack's to hold up his 17-inch aluminum hammer. I just get tired out too quickly. So for me, what I like to do, I like carbon fiber. Another really cool feature about this hammer is it actually has 4 striking heads. Check that out. These are 2 of his tips as well. This is titanium, kind of like the standard dome tip. This is Drew's plastic. You see a lot of his knockdown hammers. It's plastic, really flat. This is like a flatty plastic head. Then you've got your peak super sharp tip. You can interchange all these heads and tips, however you want. But maybe for some sharp detail work. And then check this out. This is what I thought. This is kind of why I bought the hammer. Got a plastic striking pad. All right. So if you're working on a rail, maybe you start out with the plastic flatty. Then maybe you want to do a little bit more refinement. Flip it over. Now you're hitting it with a titanium, blending away, right? Okay. Now you got to do a little bit more refinement. You got to hit some really small orange peel type stuff. So you flip it again. You grab your other hammer. I always work with 2 hammers. I rarely work with a hammer and a knockdown. And you grab your other hammer and just kind of tap away and do some refined finishing work. So, I mean, that's awesome. That's going to speed you up right there. 4 striking surfaces, 3 striking surfaces in 1 hammer. Now, the reason I always use 2 hammers, instead of having a hammer and knockdown being close up to the damage, I like to get way far back and just kind of, blend, refine, switch hammers if I have to, blend with this one. And so when I'm working with these 2 hammers, I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 surfaces that I can hit the metal with. I don't ever have to put these down or switch tips or anything. I'm just constantly moving through the damage quickly. So there it is. That's the new Drew's Tool hammer. I think this is $150. There was a little bit of drama on Facebook, about this being similar to Shane's hammer. Both great hammers. For me, I like the lightweight aspect of this one. Oh, I think I forgot to mention. Well, I kind of mentioned it briefly, but Dent Technology was came to the surface with the peak plastic tips that stay really sharp and don't mar the surface of the car. Well, Drew's making these now, so that's a really sharp one right there. It's called Peak, P-E-E-K. Really nice material. I'm looking forward to using these. So I bought a couple of those while I was at Drew's. Now, every once in a while, I do use a knockdown, so I bought this knockdown from Drew. It's carbon fiber. I think it's metal wrapped with carbon fiber. I've got one of his new Peak tips on it. And it does have a magnet on it. So, pretty cool knockdown. Drew's Tools. Don't know how much it is, but not too bad. All right. So while I was at Drew's, I also got some new tabs. He's got these glue tabs. They're really thin. It's got a couple different sizes here. I'm always trying out new glue tabs. You never know what you're going to need. And these look pretty cool. Here's the smallest one. It's pretty small, maybe for some refining work. There's the last couple glue pulls. So I haven't tried them out, but looking forward to it. All right. So after Drew's, I went to Dent Gear, got one of these things. Hold all your tips. Actually, you know what? I've got a couple more tips I bought from Drew. So here are all those peak tips. He's got a medium and a sharp. This one I think I got from Dent Gear. That's just a plastic round tip. This one here, this is a peak mushroom tip from Drew. So the idea is it's as hard as metal, but maybe a little bit softer, and it's not going to mar the surface of the car. So I'm really looking forward to trying to use some peak mushroom tip when I'm blending. This is a big ball tip I got from Dent Gear. I've got the rubber balls, but I feel like plastic is it's cool because you can move a lot of metal, but it's maybe works better on stretch dents because you're not gonna kind of mess it all up. You can move some metal, but you still got some refinement there. So looking forward to using that. This right here, that's the Dent Hoe from Drew. The idea here is when you're working on like a roof of a Suburban or an SUV and you've got those roof ribs, to get in that right degree angle, you position this thing and just work that body line out. Whereas if you've got a sharp tip, you're not going to be able, well, you'll have to just constantly pick that body line. Or if you've got a ball tip, it's not going to hit that metal. But this thing slides right in there. You know, maybe you put a little bit of tape on here so you don't poke the paint or whatever. And then just kind of slowly push that body line out. And this thing from Dent Gear is pretty cool. I mean, look how many tips you can hold. It's got screws on all four sides. So, all right, what else we got? I've got a bag of these from Stuckey. So I've got a couple lights, goosenecks that are worn out. The idea here is you put these on and tighten up your gooseneck. Looking forward to using these. All right. Next stop was the Black Plague glue tab booth. I went and talked to Keith Cosentino over there. This is his new product, these green tabs. Really excited about these. Open them up for you here. He's got that new head on there. Real beefy head. I mean, that thing, I don't think you guys are going to break this thing. I mean, this thing is stout. These tabs, a little bit thicker than his gray ones. So I think they're going to pull harder. And you're going to get some big pulls from these new tabs. Really looking forward to using these. I think these are going to move a lot of metal, whereas his gray ones will be more of a refining, finishing tab. This is what I'm most excited about. These new skinny tabs. Look at that. That's amazing. I think this is going to work great for pulling tight creases. I think it's going to be better than his original crease tabs. I like the crease tabs, but for some reason they don't always hook up. But I think this is going to be awesome. This is probably going to be one of my favorite tabs. So anyways, you've got an assortment of tabs, all his different, I think it's 2 of each size and shape, $90. And then I went ahead and bought, I like small tabs. That's what I seem to use all the time when I'm glue pulling, especially hail damage. So I got a bag of his 10-pack of the BP9 and the BP12. These are the tabs I use the most. It's the 2 smallest sizes. All right, next stop. While I was at Dent Gear, I got a new slide hammer, a new mini lifter. The reason I got this mini, I normally use a robo lifter. Love it. It's the most versatile lifter ever. I never leave footprints. But the reason I bought this was for this. I've got the new and improved Shane Jack's Edge Jack. If you guys haven't used this thing, it's amazing. You know, basically, of course, basically this is for fixing bent door edges. That's an ultra soft tip cap there, but you basically put the feet on the outside of the door, put this where you need to move the metal, and just kind of slowly push it up. The robo lifter doesn't really work too well with the edge jack. It tends, because it's got articulating feet, it tends to kind of fall over and not pull in a straight thing. So I had to go with a traditional mini lifter. This one's from Dent Gear. I think it's 150 bucks. But in case you guys didn't know, the original edge jacks were fantastic, right? But one problem was sometimes when you hook it up to your mini lifter, it would kind of move around on you when you're using it, right? So Shane made a slight modification that I think just pushes these things to the next level. He's got a little bolt in there, right? So you can tighten that to your mini lifter so it's not going to move. Once you put it in there, it's not going to move. So my experience, I've been using the mini lifter, the edge jack, for a couple months. This one's I use the most. So what I'm going to do, I've just got it screwed on there. I'm just going to leave this. This is my edge jack setup. This thing's never coming off unless I want to exchange it for this one. But man, killer tiny little feature that just makes this tool awesome. Okay, and one of my last purchases, went and saw James Lee over at Limident. This is the Brandon David 3D reflection board. I normally work inside. I've got a couple of Limident lights, but every once in a while I got to go outside, work on a dealership lot, and the LED lights work good, but sometimes not great in direct sunlight. So I'm going to slide this in my Limident light. Just slides in and out. He's got the quick lens. See what this is all about in the sunshine. Check this fade out. I'll let you guys know what I think. A couple other things. James Lee, he's got a sick glue gun coming out. I mean, this thing, it looks so professional. The buttons are like stainless steel, like LED lit, just super cool. It's got 2 temperature settings. It's got a USB charge port. What else? Runs on, I saw the Makita demo version. I'm guessing he's probably going to do Makita, DeWalt, and Milwaukee, but man, that thing looks awesome. 150 bucks. Should be out in a couple weeks, maybe a month or two. Looking really forward to that. That thing is going to be awesome. I mean, portable glue gun, you can put a big battery on there. I'm telling you, once he pulls that thing out, I mean, just take a look at it. Thing looks super professional, really tight. Looking forward to that. Another thing I bought, I've got a couple things here that I bought that are not here. I ordered them. Another thing James Lee made for Ultra Dent, they're exclusively selling it now, is it's an attachment you put on your hail light. You snap a Makita battery on there, and now you can power your big hail light, 12-volt hail light that goes, cigarette adapter, plug it into this unit, and now you can run your big hail lights off Makita batteries. So for you traveling hail guys, that's awesome. You don't have to carry the big wheelchair deep cell battery. You've got these, 6 amp hour, 4 amp hour Makita batteries that you can just slide into your light. When it goes dead, you slide in a spare, you go charge this one 15 minutes, it's good to go. So, I mean, the battery technology, the whole integration of having one set of batteries for all your tools, James is just knocking it out of the park. I think that thing is 150 bucks too. They didn't have them at the show, so I ordered that. That's coming in a couple weeks. 2 more tools that I got that I'm really, really pumped about from Kiko. The K-Bar, and they've got a new bridge puller system. So I'm sure you guys have seen the K-Bar. It's kind of like a big leverage bar that you can hook a glue tab up to and just move a ton of metal fast. They've also got this brand new tool. It's called the bridge. So picture 2 robo bases with 4 padded feet, and then you've got an aluminum extruded bar between those 2, and then an attachment that hooks up to a glue tab. I went to the class provided by Kiko, run by Jonathan Vodafeinteen. I might have got that wrong. I'm gonna call him Jonathan V. He's from Belgium. This dude is doing some major bodywork repairs with glue. I mean, he's hooking up these centipede tabs to quarter panels, moving quarter panels, you know, 5 inches from where they were before. He's putting them on dog legs, moving dog legs, rocker panels. I mean, just the videos were amazing. How much metal he was able to move with these two devices, the Kiko K-Bar and the Kiko Bridge Lifter. I mean, I'm really looking forward to using these. Just do some big stuff, massive dents, push to paint type stuff with glue. I mean, it's crazy. If you guys haven't seen these videos, go to Kiko's website or their YouTube channel. I'm sure you can see what Jonathan's doing with these two new tools. Those are $300 each. So as you can see, I mean, I went kind of crazy. I spent a lot of money, but really excited to use all these new tools. And yeah, let me know what you think. Maybe in the comments, tell me what kind of tools you bought and what you think about them. And thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Hey guys, I'm back. I forgot to mention one more tool that I bought that's probably gonna improve my business the most, make me more efficient, more professional, and that's software. I went and, Dent Masters, we've been kind of looking for a electronic invoicing hail estimating system for a while now. We've used a couple, had issues with some are great, some are lacking features. Went and talked with Eric Garvez and Mobile Tech RX. These guys right here, I think this is the direction we're going to go. This software, from the demo I saw, looks fantastic. It's been out for about a year, but they're coming with a new update with just massive amount of new features. I think it's going to be really cool. Right now, it runs on Android and Apple tablets, but they're actually coming out with an iPhone version soon. So that's what I'm really pumped up about. One of the drawbacks of this system, when I first started, doing some research, is it only runs on a tablet. I'm the type of guy, I just want to have my iPhone. I don't want to have a second device that I have to have service to or link up with my phone so I can use the internet on it. I want one device, and these guys are coming out with a new software for just the iPhone. So that kind of sealed the deal for me. But the software is phenomenal. Check out all it does: estimating, work order assignment, invoicing, real-time reporting, comparative pricing, subcontracting, price ident, photo capabilities, hailstorm management, and route work. I mean, this thing is packed full of features. You've got your standard hail estimating system where you can pick from any matrix, add R&Is. It actually has body shop replacement part costs, entire cost for replacing, say, a roof on specific cars. They will give you how much it costs to replace that roof. So now you've got knowledge when you're battling that estimator saying, hey, you guys want to chop this roof? I can fix it for $2,500 in a day. Do you really want to chop that roof that's going to cost you about the same or maybe a little bit less, but the car is going to be down for a week? So that is just huge to have in your back pocket when you're writing hail estimating. Another thing it has is hailstorm management, right? So say you're a local guy like myself in the Arlington, Washington, D.C. area. We get a major hailstorm. We have to employ 50 subcontractors. It's a massive storm. Okay, these guys download this app. They've got a 30-day free trial. Guys don't have to pay for it because most guys, they're not on a hailstorm for more than 30 days, right? Once they sign up, they link up to your master account. Now you guys are totally synced. They can write estimates. They can produce invoices, and it's all on your system. You can check up on what everybody's doing on your storm. So there's no more lost paperwork, collecting bills, turning invoices in. It's all synced, right? So guy finishes a hail car, he writes the estimate, finishes the hail car, says it's done, sends an email to your accounting department, shoots the invoice over to the dealership or body shop's accounting department. I mean, it's all electronic, it's all synced. I mean, I think this is just going to improve operations tremendously on hailstorm management side. They're also adding a retail pricing feature. It's going to be based on Paul Corden's system. I know you guys love that. You're making a ton of money using Paul Corden's big dent, retail dent pricing system. So that's going to be on this tablet too, where you basically just punch in the size of the dent, punch in all the different factors, body line, near an edge, aluminum, and it's going to automatically put all those factors in and calculate a price that you can show to the customer. You can measure the dent. Sir, this is a 5-inch dent. It's through a body line. This is an aluminum hood. I plugged in all this stuff in my phone or my tablet, and this is how much it costs. Talk about being professional, guys. I mean, it's amazing. I'm really excited about Mobile Tech RX. Yeah, I mean, it's if you don't have electronic invoicing, check this out. Check out the other ones. Check this one out, though. I think you're really going to like it. So big thanks to Eric Garvez. He walks us through the whole thing. Spent about an hour with the Dent Masters team. Showed us how this thing can make us more efficient and more professional. So thanks again. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.